Welcome to Man Utd Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for Manchester United news, rumours, and updates. Our first news is Manuel Ugarte offers honest take on club issues and his relationship with Ruben Amorim. With many of Manchester United's players now away with their respective countries for the international break, Uruguay midfielder Manuel Ugarte has spoken honestly about his form and Ruben Amorim. Manchester United midfielder Manuel Ugarte has confessed he knows he has endured a poor start to the campaign, but insists he still sees eye to eye with Ruben Amorim. The Uruguay international is yet to be included in a Premier League starting 11 this term. Following 85 appearances for Sporting Camp during Amorim's tenure with the Portuguese Giants, many expected Ugarte to become a cornerstone of the United head coach's team at Old Trafford. Nevertheless, his sole start so far this season was in the embarrassing Carabao Cup second-round elimination to Grimsby Town. At Blundell Park, Ugarte did not even see the second half as he was hauled off at half-time. Amorim's feelings on Ugarte's form were made even clearer when the Uruguayan was left on the bench for the entirety of United's tight 3-2 home win over Burnley on Saturday. Reflecting on his beginning to the new season, Ugarte was refreshingly candid. Speaking to El Observador, Ugarte said, "We haven't started the season very well. My level wasn't the best either, we have to be realistic and honest." He then added, "However, but I'm very confident, I have a very good relationship with the coach. I work well and I'm very excited and eager to earn a starting spot." Last campaign, Amorim particularly highlighted Ugarte as a player who has yet to adapt to the Premier League pace, despite his £42.3 million summer 2024 switch from Paris Saint-Germain with potential add-ons of approximately £8.5 million. The Portuguese boss singled out Ugarte for critique following his own goal during United's 3-1 triumph over Southampton at Old Trafford back in January. When pressed specifically about Ugarte's display, the Red Devils chief highlighted the struggles the United midfielder endured against Southampton pair João Aribo and Matheus Fernandes. Amorim said, "Matheus Fernandes was with the number 7, João Aribo, creating a lot of problems for Manu Ugarte, because Manu was running against two guys. So it's more my fault than his fault. He is going to get used to playing every 3 days." Looking at Amorim's team selections, it's apparent the Portuguese tactician doesn't feel the South American is prepared for consistent Premier League action. Amorim has deployed a central partnership of Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro at the heart of his 3-4-3 system. The Red Devils chief also brought on Kobbie Mainoo as a substitute during the second period against Burnley, indicating Ugarte is presently fourth in the pecking order amongst the squad's midfield options. Don't miss subscribe for more Man United transfer news. Our second news is Antony points finger at Ruben Amorim after completing emotional Man United exit. Antony joined Real Betis on deadline day, having been part of Ruben Amorim's bomb squad at Manchester United alongside Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, Alejandro Garnacho and Tyrell Malacia. Antony has opened up about his difficult time at Manchester United, having been frozen out by manager Ruben Amorim ahead of his move to Real Betis. Antony joined United from Ajax for an initial £81.3 million back in 2022, but struggled to make much of an impact. The winger made just 17 goal contributions in 96 appearances across all competitions and spent the second half of last season on loan at Betis after Amorim decided to move him on. Antony impressed in Spain, netting 5 goals and providing 5 assists in 26 games, and he has now completed a permanent move to Betis. The deal was finalized on deadline day, with Betis forking out around £21 million for the Brazilian. Antony had been training away from United's first team all summer, having been part of Amorim's so-called bomb squad. Antony, Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, Alejandro Garnacho and Tyrell Malacia formed the bomb squad, and all of those players aside from Malacia have now left the club. Rashford has joined Barcelona on loan, while Sancho will be spending the season at Aston Villa and Garnacho made a £40 million move to Chelsea. And Antony spoke out about being part of Amorim's bomb squad during his official unveiling at Betis, with the winger struggling to hold back tears. "What happened in Manchester, only I know how difficult it was," he said. "I'm sorry. training separately, but that's part of life. I knew this moment would come. It's in the past. He continued, what a difference. Seville is more beautiful than Manchester. I'm finally here. I spent more than 40 days in a hotel. It was very hard, but everyone knew I wanted to return to Betis. Now with more time, we have so many things to do and achieve. I had trouble sleeping after seeing so much affection from the Betis fans. There were people waiting at my house at 2 in the morning. It's been very hard, but we're here now. I'm looking forward to wearing the Betis shirt again. I can only thank everyone who made it possible. Manuel Ugarte opens up about club issues and Ruben Amorim. Antony points the finger after Man United exit, and a striker transfer on deadline day was decided by a dramatic phone call ultimatum. Stay tuned for more updates on Man Utd Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more Man United transfer news. Our last news is Man Utd's deadline day transfer for striker rested on phone call ultimatum over loan deal. Manchester United have been at the center of some of the most famous Premier League transfer deadline days, none more so than in 2008 when they orchestrated a last-minute deal for Dimitar Berbatov. Manchester United had a relatively quiet transfer deadline day on Monday, a far cry from some of the more drama-filled days they've experienced. One such time came on the last day of the window in September 2008 when United signed Dimitar Berbatov from Tottenham Hotspur £4.30.75m. A rare glimpse into the chaotic inner workings of deadline day came later via ex-United forward Fraser Campbell. The now 37-year-old offered a fascinating insight into the ruthless world of last-ditch transfers and how players often have little control over their destiny when it comes to switches orchestrated late in the day. Campbell unwittingly became a key factor in the acquisition of the Bulgarian striker, after Spurs demanded Campbell join them on loan as part of the Berbatov switch, just as Manchester City were looking to hijack the deal. While hardly a household name at Old Trafford, Campbell ultimately played a major role in United securing one of their most successful last-minute signings. Speaking on United's official YouTube channel, Campbell revealed that he was all set to sign for Wigan Athletic until he received a last-gasp phone call from Sir Alex Ferguson. I knew that I'm going on loan, Campbell began. I'm sat with Steve Bruce, who's at Wigan at the time, and he sat with us like, yeah, I'm going on loan to Wigan, whatever, just speaking to the people here, waiting for the faxes to come through so I could sign it and whatnot. So, anyway, it's getting late and I'm like, what's taking so long? Anyway, I get a call from a withheld number thinking, who's this? I'm like, hello. Fraser, it's Sir Alex here. Campbell then said, hi. Ferguson said, I'm going to ring you back in 5 minutes, you're going to have to give me an answer, but I've got a deal for Berbatov going for over £30 million, but it's only going to go through if you agree to go there on loan. So I'm going to ring you back in 3 minutes or 4 minutes with your decision, speak to you in a minute. Campbell revealed, despite him nearing an exit to the Latics, he felt compelled to agree to the Spurs switch under the powerful influence of Ferguson. He added, so imagine, Sir Alex is ringing me saying this deal is not going through unless you go the other way. I was hardly going to say no. I knew that I'm going on loan. Berbatov would play under Ferguson for 4 seasons. He scored 56 goals in 149 games and won 2 Premier League titles during that time. Campbell meanwhile made 10 appearances for Spurs and later went on to represent a host of clubs including Cardiff, Sunderland and Hull City. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Man United Transfer HQ, and turn on notifications so you're always in the loop with the latest transfer news and rumors. One more thing, what are your thoughts on these updates? Comment below.